up, y'all? Just got the green light. Feeling good, feeling good. It's like the first properly cold day in Atlanta. What are you doing, bro? You just turn. They're turning, you turn. Get out of the way, brah. Get out of my way, brah. So yeah, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, it's like the first properly cold day in Atlanta. So of course your boy layered up way too much because I hate the cold. But this time of year is always kind of like commemorated by this event we have here called Chomp and Stomp, which is basically, it's just a chili cook-off. It's a chili cook-off that happens every year. Kind of everybody goes to it, at least on our side of town. I generally hang out in the East Atlanta area, and typically I'll just go there. Like, I know for sure one of my friends is there right now, but typically I just go there and just show up and then just kind of see who I see. Like, obviously I'm not really in the market for eating a bunch of chili, but I understand that, like, it's that time of year. It's like just a really cool event. I usually just walk around, people watch, see who I see, and end up running into a bunch of homies and hanging out. So I'm headed there now, and I figured while on the way I would kind of talk about a topic that's kind of been on my mind. Earlier today I was hanging out with OK Motovlog, and we were basically talking about the idea of, like, there's like two approaches that people generally take to vlogging, or motovlogging in particular. And one is that they're always buying like the newest, fastest, biggest, whatever motorcycle, like kind of just purchasing a lot of things. There's a lot of those channels out there where they're just buying the new bike that comes out. Like, I'm trying not to call anybody out in particular, but, like, you know, the new model from so-and-so comes out and they jump out and get it. Whatever, like, and they do the same kind of thing with, like, motorcycles, cars, whatever. They just kind of generally are just buying new things, the newest, the biggest, the best. But then you have channels, which I will say this guy's name, like Everride, channels that I love, where they're not really buying anything new. They're just kind of riding their same old bike and maybe reviewing some things, but they're not buying much. And it leads to, like, this really, really cool working knowledge of a vehicle, to where, like, if I, like, let's say the KLR 650 or 650, for instance, I had a hair in my mouth and was just like blah 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 KLR. So something like the KLR 650, I want to know something about it. There's a chance that Everride kind of already approached it. Hold on a second. I'm going to grab some gas here for a second, and then we'll get back on subject. But I got one little bricky brick, and let's see if I can't do something about that. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go in and pay. We never go in and pay. Dun, 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 dun. All right, you guys are gonna come along on my gas journey. Okay, take the phone out the mount so I don't get my shit stolen. This is pump 5. Okay, let's put 5 on 5. Why don't we do that? Where the hell's my visor? Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Do I have a 5? I do. Cool. All right. Where's the door to this motherfucker? Damn, this place is hood as fuck. Okay, here we go. Hey, can I get 5 on 5?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Yeah. Let's do it, team. What kind of gas do we want? Oh, you guys can check out the gas cap in work. Talk about it, but I never actually really filmed it. So this is it. It's got this little bob here that keeps it from, like, unscrewing. Out you go. Sit you right there. Stay. Thank you. Get that V-Power Nitro Plus. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get in there. Fill her on up. Drink it down. The smooth, sensual taste of V-Power Plus. Ooh, yeah. Filling it all up. Lots of that premium, delicious, straight from the Middle East. Pakistan's finest fossil fuel. Yeah. All in that Versys. All the smiles per gallon. Yeah. That's all she got. Okay. All right. And my camera mount got caught on my dang on jacket. All right. So, fuel cap goes back in properly. Don't choke on camera. Oh God, they're watching me. Okay. All right. So, as I was saying before the fueler stop, there are channels. Boop. Ooh, yeah. Listen to that Two Brothers exhaust system. It's all coming together in a well-tooled, fully fueled Hooney machine. Okay, so there's channels like Everride, where there we go, a little 100 for you. Where if you didn't know anything about a KLR 650, chances are dude has done a video about it, and you can just look it up. Like if you want to see some top 5 mods for the KLR 650, and honestly I haven't searched this at all, but chances are Everride did a video on that. If you want to see KLR 650 versus DRZ 400, Everride's probably done that video. If you want to see how it is for commuting, chances are Everride has done that video. And I feel like those kind of channels where they're not getting the biggest and baddest and the newest bikes all the time, but they're kind of doing like a full working resource page of info on a particular machine or a couple machines, that's my preferred method. Those are the channels that I tend to like more and more. Yeah, it's cool to see a review on like everything that comes out ever, but that's not really what I'm after, because I'm not the kind of person that's running out buying a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, one video, if you have one of those channels, one of your videos might apply to me. Like, if I want to buy, like, I don't know, like a CBR 1000 or something, your one video on the brand new CBR 1000 may help me out, but I'd rather see like dozens and dozens and dozens of videos on that one particular thing. I'd rather find a guy that like is all about that machine and give me like that 1,000-mile review, that 10,000-mile review, things to look out for my maintenance, that sort of thing. So that's kind of the channel I'm trying to be when it comes to this bike. I often think about new motorcycles, but when it comes down to it, I have a really great bike, and sometimes you just gotta like make do. Like, yeah, there's bikes out there that are better off-road, and granted, I do think at some point I'm gonna get a really small displacement bike, like a 200 or 250, like a Van 200, a DR 200, maybe like a CRF 250, CRF 230 would actually be cool, like something like that, just so I can have like fun off-road without having to worry about like hurting my daily rider. Like, I think separating those two things are pretty important. But this bike is never going anywhere, because I want to have, like, I want you guys to know like a real owner's experience, what goes on with it, what's gonna break, what is good, what is bad, that sort of deal. I want to kind of present that to the few people that do watch these videos, just so you kind of know what you're getting into if you decide to buy one. And I'm still gonna sprinkle in that stuff like with like when I get new gear, because I am kind of like a gear nerd. Like, I buy lots of gear, but I kind of want to start trying to take that same approach to gear as well, where it's like, yeah, I can buy a new riding jacket every single season, or I can like give you a full-on 2-year review on a pair of riding pants, see how they're holding up, because sometimes they don't. And riding pants is the thing that I've had a lot of issues with. I've just straight up given away pairs of riding pants that were like a couple $100 because I was so unhappy with them after wearing them a few times, and they were beyond the point where I could return them. I didn't want to go through the work of trying to sell them. I was just like, here, you can have this. Or helmets, for that instance. Like, I've wasted so much money on helmets that didn't work out. So I kind of want to like have things, and when things work out for a really long bit of time, like, yeah, there's going to be some bad, but I want to kind of highlight that good. Like the lane splitter, for instance, there's a lot of bad about it, but when it comes down to it, comfy helmet that's still serving me well, so it could be worse at $250. So yeah, I'm just gonna like want to take that approach, and that's not shitting on anybody or insulting anybody else's method. If you want to run out and buy a new bike every season, totally fine. I know OK was saying that like he doesn't want to have a bike that's done per se. Like, he likes to have something to tinker on. He likes to have things that need to be changed or fixed or worked on. And then when there's like nothing wrong and it's like all done and perfect, he tends to want to get a new bike, which is cool. I get that. It's like a good way to occupy your time, keep you out of trouble, like the tinkering and whatnot. But he's also a dude that generally that dog was not feeling what was going on there. He's also a dude that generally like shops to get a good deal, you know. He's not running out and buying a brand new off the showroom floor motorcycle just to sell it 6 months later, which I think is just like honestly really frivolous. Like, not to sound like a cheap ass, but when it comes down to it, I am a cheap ass. And like, I don't know, it just sounds wasteful to run out and buy a new motorcycle. And it's like, man, it took me, like, I like this bike the day I bought it, but it took me like a proper year on it to be like, yeah, this is my thing, man. This is my bike. Like, to like, when I get on bikes that I know are like textbook or on paper nicer, I'm still like, nah, I'd rather be on my Versys. Like, I like to have that bond. I like to look back and be like, man, I changed this seat, I changed this exhaust, I got bars that work for me, I got a mirror setup that works for me. Like, everything is kind of dialed in to where I like it, and it's just nice. And I don't want to be the kind of person that, like, as soon as I'm comfortable with the bike and make some mods to make myself like really happy with it, that I just go ahead and start all over again. Like, I can't do that. I like to feel done. So it's like opposite than like my friend, for instance, but like, I like to feel like my project is done and look at it and be like, yep, I did that, now let's go enjoy it. Full sends always. Also, like, part of my cheapness won't allow me to keep doing that. Like I said, I spent like $3,500 on this bike, and then put about $3,000, or when I'm all said and done, because I still gotta get turns things, I'll have spent about $3,000 in aftermarket or something like that. I don't know, whatever it comes out to, it'll probably be around $7,000 that I spent all on this 2009 Versys being the way I want it to be. I'm not rolling like that where I just want to be like, all right, $7,000, let me recover it. Like, you're not going to be able to recover aftermarket money. Like, I'd probably get like $4,000 or $5,000 like from a fool for this bike, and then have lost $2,000. Like, to me, like, a year of riding or 2 years of riding a bike isn't worth losing $2,000. Like, I want to spend $7,000 on this and then ride it for 7 years and, like, you know, fully dog it out and get my money's worth, ride it straight into the ground. That sounds more my speed than trying to just run out and buy a new bike. And granted, like, I do want to get that small bike, like I said, but even that, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to keep it for a long time. That's why it's taking me so long to decide. And you guys, I've made videos on it. You've heard me flip-flop trying to decide what I want. But I keep coming back to the same general principles, that I want an air-cooled bike, that I want something really simple to maintain, something good on gas, something that can like really properly go off-road. So I'm thinking like those 200 to 250 zone bikes are going to be what's right for me, because I don't do aggressive off-roading. I just do like little fuckery around here. So like riding around on the street, going through lots, jumping fields and whatnot. So I need to kind of like get something that's just more durable, but not necessarily built purpose driven to like send. Like, I'm gonna kind of just do my little thing. I don't really need an aggressive off-road like proper dirt bike or a supermoto or anything like with crazy suspension work. I just want like a bone stock CRF 230 or a Van 200 that I can just like tromp around and drop it and not worry about the bike that I ride to work having damage. Speaking of which, fork's still looking clean. I didn't break those yet. That's good. But yeah, that's kind of really it for this one. It was just like a quick little check-in. I'm not really sure what I got going on tomorrow. Today's Saturday, by the way, and this will go up on Saturday. I'm going to post this when I get back home. I don't really know what I have going on tomorrow, but I might make another video and try to make it a twofer this week. I'm almost to Chomp and Stomp now, so I'm going to go stand around and watch people eat chili and hopefully see some homies. But hopefully wherever you're at, it's not too cold and you can still ride and have a good time and enjoy yourself. But in the comments section, let me know what you think. Are you the kind of person that like wants the newest, the best? Do you want like the iPhone 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 as soon as they come out? Or are you the kind of person that's like, I want to get my money's worth out of this. I want to use it until it doesn't work anymore. Whether it's gear, phone, car, house, girlfriend, whatever. Like, are you going to stand the test of time with a thing? Or do you want to, are you the kind of person that like mentally like is constantly looking for something new, constantly looking for something better? Just let me know where you stand on that. Let's start a conversation going, see how we differ on these things. And yeah, that's it for this one. Y'all have a good day. Have fun.